Hello, good afternoon again. This is your friend John Cometa. I'm a pastor. I serve God with the Cameroon Baptist Convention, and I'm happy doing that job. Today, I want to talk about the importance of trust. Sometimes, sometimes trust can be broken, and trust is easily. It takes times to build, and it takes quite a shorter time to scatter. Even in normal building and construction, sometimes we realize that it's very easy or it takes a long time for you to develop trust with somebody, and it will take a shorter time for you to fall apart. When you fall apart, sometimes it becomes very difficult, becomes very challenging, building up again from where you fail, from where you have fallen. Yes, I remember somebody reached out to me a couple of months and was asking me to do it, to do him a kind of lending of finances. I'm talking about financial trust this day. Yeah, this afternoon I will talk about, or this moment I will talk about financial trust. And he has been a good friend of mine somehow for over a period of 10 years. And I think that we are more brothers rather than just friends, acquaintances, and so on and so forth. And when this person reached out to me, at first I felt like I should not, because some a year backward I have received that kind of disappointment, and even from the very person. Well, some of you are thinking I was already foolish, because if I have received disappointment before, by now wisdom demands that I shouldn't do transaction with such a friend at all. But unfortunately, reaching out to me, I realized that, well, I've been in desperate moment in my life. Yes, very, very desperate moment in my life. And many people have put their back as shoulders for me to stand upon and see far and achieve some goals. If not of others, realistically speaking, if not of others, I won't have been at the level where I am today. I can say that with all my heart. God, through order, has made me attempt the levels that I am or I have so far in life. So, well, when I helped this person, 2 days later, when the money was to be paid back, this my friend decided to send me by the pictures of the son that was having issues with health. And with that, I could easily understand. But along the line, it's been more than 3 months as of this day that he's no longer responding to me, not picking my call. And if I call with a strange number, he will call back. And when he hears my voice, he drops immediately. Now, that has been my long term friend, whom I trusted. We've been together in many places together, in many instances, we have grown up a little bit together, we are school together, and so on and so forth. Sometimes people changes over a period of time. Yeah, there are many lessons I have learned. Sometimes people changes over a period of time. And at this kind of experience in my life, I am making conclusions. They may not be pure, they may not be realistic conclusions, but pay me, you may share your thought in the comment section what you think. We are living far apart from each other, but I've come to realize that sometimes people opinions, people priority, people character changes over a period of time. I was reading a book, Starting Out Your Business, something like that, by Brian Tracy. He was sharing of how a certain company in US used to invigilate or interview their staffs or their pre-staffs before employing them. And sometimes Brian Tracy will say this company will pass these persons in 3 different occasions at 3 different places and by 3 different inspector or people interviewers. And the reason was simple. I learned something from it that I would like to share. Brian Tracy said sometimes people behavior are being influenced by who is speaking to them at that moment. Did you hear that? Yes. For instance, if somebody needs just $2 now, the brain, every cell in the brain of that person will be tilted towards $2. And at whatever point you can do with this person, the person is so desperate in such a way that he or she can do anything just to achieve these $2. So according to Brian Tracy, if you want to get people, if you want to get to trust people, sometimes speak with them in 3 different occasions, probably using 3 different persons, and at different point in time. Yes, 3 times, 3 different occasions by 3 persons. Okay, you can do that yourself and get 1 or 2 persons, 2 to 3 persons do that for you. The reason is simple. Like I said, when people are at the point of desperation in life, their reasoning is just within the circumference. Majority, their reasoning will be around the circumference of their situation. So I want to say that in case of my friend and I just felt that, well, this has been my good friend, let me help, and so on and so forth, without knowing that it will be about 3 months. 3 months, no responding. 3 months, no responding. Well, I felt betrayed. I felt bad. Even as of this point of making this video, I felt heartbroken, because whatever the case, I'm a pastor, I'm a Christian, I believe in Jesus, I believe in relationship. There comes a certain day where this my friend will need more than what he has been entrusted with at this point in time. Why would a company in US, according to Brian Tracy, interview people 3 times, 3 different occasions, by 3 different persons? The point is simple. Priority changes over time, over places, and sometimes we are not honest in expressing our feeling with situation we come across. Trust is easily broken than built. I remember I was having a transaction with somebody who was to purchase a product for me from a different country, or from a different country, and I have a promise. I gave a promise that, well, I will respond to you as soon as possible. Something came over, and I couldn't fulfill my words. When this my correspondent wrote back to me, I was saying that, well, I'm sorry. I said I will get back to you as soon as possible. I have met up with an unforeseen situation. As of now, I cannot do that. I will get back to you as soon as possible. To cut the long story short, about 2 weeks or a week or so, this person started writing to me bitter messages and saying that, Pastor, you are not one who taught you. Practice what you preach. Preach by action, don't just preach by what you mouth, and so on and so forth. I felt so broken. I felt so devastated by those words that was being spoken at me by this fellow. But 3 days later, something 3 days later, as the law will use, I got what I was supposed to give back to that person, and I pay back. And that was how I cleared my conscience and cleared the evil words that was spoken over my head. If you are listening to me at this point, that you are watching this episode, and probably you are a debtor to any person, I covet your conscience. I appeal to your conscience that it is important that you keep trust. Yeah, when people trust you, don't play over their emotions, don't play over their brains, don't play over their minds. That will not help you, that won't take you so far. And if you are a debtor to somebody, it is rather important for you to keep company with that person, keep appealing, than the person to keep running after you, pressurizing you. As such, when trust is broken, it cannot easily be built anymore. Possibly you yourself, If somebody disappoints you the way you have disappointed others, you will find it difficult to embrace them back at yourself. So for you to remain closer to people, if you are a debtor to somebody, the best thing to do is not to run away. The best thing, a young man in our church ran away the other day. I was just so surprised. A guy packed overnight, went him to a different city to begin to live there, having debts. I think I will talk more about this debt in subsequent time, because a lot of young persons are running into debt this season. I myself, I was into debts and so on and so forth. I'm not totally out of debt, so we will uncover these mysteries that surround being an indebted life. Yes, how to be financially free, not having mental issues that it comes to deal with debt, and finances. So if you are having somebody's debts at the point of listening to this podcast, please keep your connection firm, strong, and active with that person. Don't run away, because when you run away, that will be a blackmail to your image, and it will take time. And in fact, the person will give wrong recommendations about you. Somebody else may need your services, but because of your previous attitude with with this person, or with Mr. A or Mr. B or Mrs. C or Mrs. D, trust is important. Keeping a sound and a warm company relationship with persons is important. Don't be a disloyal person. Have a credibility attitude, and that will help you as a young man. I'm not overgrown, I'm growing, and I will keep growing till the day I depart from this earth. But keep growing. Make sure you, yes, you, make sure you keep growing. It's important. Bye bye. See you in the next episode. You can, if it has made sense to you, if this video has communicated value to you, share. You can share to others, subscribe, comment, and share your thought on this issue about keeping trust with others. Thank you. It was I, Pastor John, talking to you. God bless you.